I remember when I was going over to England a lot, I played this one spot called Water Rats, and it's less than 100 people. It's interesting to go from Water Rats to the O2, but I still see the same people that came to the Water Rats show at the front of the O2. The biggest crowd that I've ever played for personally on a ticketed tour for myself would probably be the last show in Manila for the Prismatic World Tour. Was over 30,000 people. On the last tour, on the California Dreams Tour, we had to resize and change our staging so much because we were playing Hammerstein Ballroom and then we played Madison Square Garden, all on the same tour. And we brought different size stages. So that tour went for like 120 shows, and this tour is about 151 shows. So even 3 years later, I'm still going to more places I've never been. Every time I decide to go on tour, I try and go to a new area, somewhere I've never been, because I still feel like there are people to see and play to and that have never seen me, and audiences to win over. So like coming up for our last leg for the Prismatic World Tour, we will go to Machu Picchu as a group. We will go to Cuba, quite possibly, and Chile, and maybe go and visit some of the countryside of Chile. I'd love to go to Turkey. I'd love to go to Israel. Tel Aviv would be an incredible place to play. I've heard so many other people and their experiences playing Tel Aviv and how passionate the fans are there. And so I'd love to go there. And I'd love to go to South Africa as well. I'm sure I would just have like the best personal time as well as going to a place I've never been. It makes me always feel like I have a lot more to say, and I understand my audience better when I have lived and breathed and eaten their food and seen their monuments and seen the way they communicate and entertain and all those things that they have to offer. So I try and really kind of throw myself in every culture that I go to, and I bring along my whole tour crew. I came to Rome on separate business besides Forbes, which will be very exciting to disclose at some point in the future. I did a little cameo in a movie. I was just kind of dreaming about having a month or even just a couple of weeks just to go throughout all of Italy and see the countryside. I actually got to visit the countryside the other day, and it just looks so quaint and beautiful and unaffected and still preserved and all about family, and I love that. I'd love to see Vatican City. The fact that it has its own kind of set of rules and is a bit mysterious and also very holy, that would be very interesting to me. And the Colosseum, of course. I'd love to see, oh my gosh, I'd love to see the Sistine Chapel here. That would be a highlight, I would say. I love history. If I could go back to school, I would study history. I'd study world history just to like know how people were and how they evolved and where we come from. I feel like when you know about what happened in the past, you can do better for your future. I just love being around all this ancient beauty.